Good day, everyone. Okay. Good day, everyone, and welcome to the training on Finance Export Readiness Accelerator. My name is Ibeku Juliet, and I will be taking us on export logistics, shipment, and supply chain management. Introduction to export logistics. The first step in every exporting process is deciding which market you want to enter. You may have an idea of which countries you want to sell your product in, but it is important to understand how these countries differ from one another so you can determine their suitability.
Please, ma, it's echoing so badly. We can hardly hear you, ma. Please.
So you can determine their suitability. Okay. The first step in any exporting process is deciding which markets you want to enter. You may have an idea of what countries you want to sell your products in, but it is important to understand how these countries differ from one another so you can determine their suitability. This brings us to the definition of export logistics. Export logistics refers to the entire process of planning, controlling, and managing the movement of goods from the manufacturer or exporter to the final destination in another country. It involves various stages from procurement and inventory management to packaging, transportation, and delivery. Have you ever wondered how goods move seamlessly across the globe, from raw materials in one country to finished products in your hands? This process is what we call logistics management. It is the backbone which every business with a product to deliver, bridging the gap between supply, demand, and efficiency. Let's take Amazon for example. Amazon logistics system is the backbone of its business, from warehousing and transportation to last mile delivery. Amazon ensures your order arrives quickly and reliable to a well-coordinated logistics method. The key elements of export logistics, we have the transportation planning, which is about moving goods efficiently from one place to another. In transportation planning, a logistic management have to decide the best mode, either by air, by sea, or by land, based on factors like cost, speed, and reliability. Let's take FedEx, for example. FedEx is known for its global delivery services, exemplifying effective transportation logistics by operating in sophisticated spoke model in using data analytics to optimize routes. FedEx ensures timely and cost-effective delivery. Number two, we have the inventory management. Inventory management, which is the process of tracking and controlling the flow of goods through supply chain, like maintain the right amount of inventory to meet customers' demand while minimizing storage costs. We have shipping coordination, and we have the custom compliance. When we talk about custom compliance, shipping goods internationally, custom compliance is a crucial element of logistics. It involves clearing goods through customs and complying with all relevant regulations and laws. The key players of export logistics. The key players of export logistics: one, we have the exporter, who are the sellers of the goods. We have the freight forwarder. They are logistics experts who helps exporters with their documentation, custom clearance, and transportation. We have the carrier. They are the ones responsible for the actual transportation of goods, whether by air, by sea, or by land. And we have the custom broker. They are the licensed agents who helps the exporters clear goods through customs. Types of shipment: we have air freight. Air freight is the fastest means. Air freight is the fastest method of transport. Air freight is the fastest method of transporting goods internationally. It is ideal for high-value goods, perishable items, or goods that need to reach their destination quickly. However, it is usually more expensive than other modes of transportation. If you intend to transport your goods and you are in a hurry, you don't have time for your customer to receive it, I think the best mode of transport is to use the air freight, because it arrives to the destination in no time. It is faster, it is secured, and it is ideal for smaller, high value goods. We have the sea freight. Sea freight is the most common method for shipping large quantities of goods internationally. It is cost-effective option for exporters who are shipping heavy or bulky goods that do not need to arrive quickly. If you're the type that want to ship a bulky goods like to any country of your choice, and you're not in a haste to receive to receive the goods, I think sea freight is the best method, is the best mode of transport to use, because it will take a very longer time. You see some of our brothers that ship containers all the way from other countries down to Nigeria. They are not in a haste to receive their goods. It takes them like 3 months, 2 months. With that, and when using such kind of transportation, they tend to ship more bulky goods because it takes longer time before it gets to to the final destination. The advantages of using sea freight is one, it's cost effective for large shipments. It can carry large quantities and suitable for non-urgent deliveries. We have the land freight. Land freight is typically used for transporting goods across neighboring countries, often by truck or train. It is ideal for short distances and is commonly used in regional trade. Advantages of land freight is cost effective for shorter distances, suitable for cross-border trade, and flexible delivery options. Factors to consider in choosing a freight method: one, you look at the urgency and delivery. If you need your goods to receive to get to the destination very urgent, I think the best transportation to use is the sea freight, because it gets to your destination very quick. Two, we look at the type and quantity of goods you want to ship. If you want if you want to ship a larger quantity of goods, I think the best transport to use hey, my network has gone. Is the sea freight. And again, one, it is cost and budget friendly. Two, destination and transit time. When you're trying to transport your goods to any country of your choice, another step to take is to look at the destination and the transit time. If you want to transport your goods by air, it gets to your destination in less than 24 hours. You use your air freight. If you are not in a haste to receive your goods, and you use your sea freight, those ones can take longer time, like 2 months, 3 months, before it gets to the destination. And lastly, if you are within Nigeria, you can go for the land freight. Thank you. Incoterms. Incoterms are internationally recognized trade terms used to define the responsibilities of buyers and sellers in the delivery of goods. They help clarify who is responsible for shipping costs, insurance, and risks of loss during transportation. In logistics, Incoterms are often used to regulate the rights and obligations when shipping goods. These are set of international agreements that seem somewhat complicated at the first glance. However, once you understand the rules, it is easy to use Incoterms. The commonly used Incoterms in export, we have the FOB, which is the free on board. It is often used for sea transport and means that the seller delivers the goods up to the board of the ship and takes over the cost of transport. But from here on, the buyer's responsibilities start. We have the CIF, which is cost, insurance, and freight. With these Incoterms, both the buyer and the seller bear some assumption of risks. The buyer is responsible for selecting and paying the shipping company and bears all risks associated with the transport. The seller is responsible for organizing the transport as well as ensuring that the goods are fully insured. We have the ex-works. This Incoterm is very simple way to transfer ownership of products to the buyer as soon as they are ready to be picked up at the seller's storage location. However, the buyer bears all the transportation and insurance costs for moving the goods from the seller's storage location to the destination. Understanding Incoterms is critical for ensuring clarity in contracts and avoiding disputes between exporters and buyers. Supply chain management. A supply chain consists of all the parties involved in the production and delivery of goods in exports and delivery of goods. In exports, managing the supply chain involves coordinating with suppliers, freight forwarders, carriers, and custom officials to ensure goods are delivered on time and in good condition. One of the best ways for businesses to serve their customers well is to make effective supply chain management a strategic priority. It oversees all the processes that integrate suppliers to work efficiently together to move a product from creation to the customer's hand. Taking into account supply and demand along the way, it also helps companies anticipate and mitigate risks by helping products arrive on time and in good condition. Supply chain management can improve customer satisfaction and loyalty. The key components of an effective supply chain management, we have the suppliers relationship. A stronger relationship with your suppliers can ensure the timely production of your goods. Inventory management. Effective inventory control helps prevent delays in fulfilling orders. Logistic coordination. Proper planning and coordination with logistic partners ensure smooth transportation and delivery. Customer service. Keeping the buyer informed throughout the shipping process can prevent misunderstanding and build trust. Next, we have the handling and packaging of exports. Packaging guidelines to export. Proper packaging is crucial for exporting goods during transportation. For exporting goods during transportation. Export packaging must withstand the rigors of long-distance travels, including handling and multiple ports and customs inspection. We have different types of packaging things. We have one is use strong and durable materials such as reinforced carbon or wooden crates. 2, ensures goods are packed securely to prevent shifting or damage during transport. 3, and label packages clearly with the destination, handling instructions and content. Safe handling and labeling requirements. We have handling instructions and appropriate labeling are vital for ensuring that your goods are handled correctly throughout logistic chain. Can you hear me? Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are. But
Okay, to
Okay,
continue.
okay. Safe handling and labeling requirements. Okay. Handling instructions and appropriate labeling are vital for ensuring that your goods are handled correctly throughout logistic chains.
Please, Mrs. Juliet, we can't see your screen. Your last screen was packaging guidelines for export.
I'm so sorry. She's having a little bit of network challenge. She will. Hello. Hello,
Yes, Miss.
everyone.
We are hearing you
Okay,
now.
sorry. She's having a little bit of network challenge. She'll join us shortly. I was also disconnected from the meeting too. She's trying to log in back, please.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Handling and packaging for exports. Proper packaging is crucial for protecting goods during transportation. Export packaging must withstand the rigors of long-distance travel, including handling in multiple ports and custom inspection. There are packaging tips for export. You have to use a strong and durable materials such as reinforced cardboard or wooden crate. 2, ensure goods are packed securely to prevent shifting or damage during transport. The third one, label packages clearly with the destination, handling instructions and content. Safe handling and labeling requirements. We have handling instructions and appropriate labeling are vital for ensuring that your goods are handled correctly throughout the logistics chain. Commonly labels used in export, we have fragile. If you go, most times when you go to to deliver or to send some goods, there you see some people's goods that are being packaged with a wrap on it. They write fragile. I think those are breakables or something that if they are not well packaged, they can damage. We have this side up indicates the correct orientation of package, and 3, we have the hazardous materials. This is used for goods that pose a risk to health or safety. And lastly, we have the custom clearance and delivery. Custom clearance involves getting permission from the customs authority in the importing countries to bring goods into the country. Exporters must submit documentations like the commercial invoice, bill of lading, packing list, and certificate of origin to complete the clearance process. Steps in custom clearance. We have submission. The steps you take when in custom clearance. 1, you have to submission of required documents to custom, just as I have listed above: the invoice, the bill of lading, packing list, certificate of origin. 2, we have payment of applicable tariffs, duties and taxes. If there's anything to pay there, you have to pay them. And 3, inspection of goods if required. And 4, release of goods for delivery. These are the steps in custom clearance. And we have the last mile delivery consideration. The last mile refers to the final leg of delivery process from the destination port to the buyer's location, ensuring timely and safe delivery during the last mile is critical for customers' satisfaction. Conclusion, export logistics. Thank you. Mm.
Hello, Ma. The conclusion just vanished from your screen.
Conclusions and key takeaways say export logistics involves multiple stages from procurement to transportation, custom clearance, and final delivery. Choosing the right freight method depends on the factors such as the urgency, cost, and goods being shipped. Infotext helps clarify the responsibilities of goods and sellers in international transactions, and an effective and an efficient supply chain ensures timely delivery and reduces the risk of delay or losses.
All right, thank you very much, Mrs. Juliet Tubeku, for that presentation. I'm sorry for the network challenges we encountered in course of the presentation. Can you all hear me, please?
Yes,
Hello,
Mrs.
can you all
Susan.
hear me?
Yes, Miss Olivia, we can hear you.
Okay. All right, thank you. We're sorry for the network that kept disrupting the class, but I hope you all were able to get a thing or two from the presentation. Now we're moving straight to the Q&A session. Please, if you have questions, clarifications, comments, observation, whatever it is, kindly raise your hand and then you'll be called upon to make your inputs. Thank you. If you also want her to explain a thing or to go ahead, so and she will actually do that. Okay, I'm waiting. It's only one person's hand I'm seeing. Should I take it that that's the only person that has a question to ask? All right, let me hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for the presentation. My
Welcome.
question is, what are the first, if I would say maybe 6 to 10 things that a business that wants to be fully into logistics and supply chain management should do, like export logistics and supply chain management like this? That's now you're not the one with the product. You're offering the service of like the FedEx and export or supply chain management business. What are the first 6 things that you could do outside when you register your the company? What are the certifications or how best can one approach it? Because one truth is that there's a point where as we're preparing for export readiness for our products, your growth may just get to a proportion where you want a particular aspect of your business to solely handle or fully handle your exports. So that's what I'm asking. I believe my question is understood, ma.
Okay, if I understand what you asked, you're asking what are the 6 things a business should do in regards to exports, right?
Yeah, but in this sense, not as someone trying to export your products. Like I'm running, for example, now I'm running, say, let me say BOA logistics and supply chain business. Okay. So since we're on an logistics and supply chain management training, I want to understand if I want to start, I want to run my own business that like FedEx, what are the things I need to do, the certifications I need to get? Not like I want to use an agent to ship. I want to run the business. Or in this export readiness program now, my own is that I'm not introducing a product. I want to introduce an export service business. You understand me now, ma?
No, I don't.
What I mean is this:
Okay.
what are the what?
Okay,
My
let me
colleague
come in,
wants to
madam.
answer.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So if I get your question, you're saying like what FedEx does, what DHL does, you want to be the
Exactly.
logistics person yourself to do it. Like if you have BOA logistics and supply chain, you want to be the one that exporters will come to meet for you to do the supply for them.
Yeah.
So what you need
Yes,
to
I want to
do,
be a DHL. I want to be a FedEx. That's what I
okay,
mean.
okay. So firstly, you need to have legal registration and licenses, like register your business as a freight forwarder, probably through CAC and all that, as a logistics company. Then you would also register with NEPC to have a license. And then you also get there's this freight forwarder license you also need to get through maybe custom brokerage or something. And then You also need your IATA accreditation, because you might want to send through air cargo or and through this thing sea. So most times you have there's something they call custom broker license. You also need to get that. Then you also need to partner with airlines, shipping lines, trucking lines, because you can't just do it all by yourself. You have to have contact of who you can call or get to them. So you need to partner with them. Also you needed to have AI. We're talking about AI now, so you need to have technology in place, like so to track, like FedEx and DHL, they have all this tracking system where you track, oh, at what point is this product in and all that. You need to develop all that through your website, through your mobile app and all that. And also you need to understand what these HS codes that they use and all the Incoterms that they use. Even remember during the presentation, she talked about Incoterms, that you need to understand the Incoterms. So you need to do all that. So that's basically what you need to do, the processes you need to do. Also, you need to think of insurance, because every product, every business, every service you're rendering, you needed insurance just in case the person's product or something doesn't get to its destination and all that. You need to think of how you can resolve the issues through insurance. So you need to also register with an insurance. So in summary, you need to do proper licensing and registration, and then think of a good shipping management and tracking system. So that's it. I don't know if I answered your question.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
Mm.
did. Thank you very
Mhm.
much. And in the event where I think for such a business intention, a soft landing would be, of course, just like the agents today, many of them already do, would be partnering with companies like FedEx, DHL. Like, is it what you just explained now? If one is like a sole business, is it the same thing I need to do to, to partner with them, DHL, or what? I don't know if you get me at this point.
Well, okay, I understand what you mean.
Thank you.
Like some people, like I know a logistics company that actually partners. She is on her own, but she partners with DHL. Like DHL like gives her a particular price that she can
Exactly.
like a rebate because she's registered with them. So you're like partnering, because there are some countries that it might be difficult for you to penetrate your products to that country, but DHL is
Exactly.
doing that. So when you're registered with DHL, it's easier for you. They give you a rebate. So at the end of the day, you're making your own money and DHL is making money. You're not just lost entirely. So it's also good to still, partner with DHL. DHL is like it's like on top. So that's why I'm just mentioning DHL. So it's still good to partner. That's why I said you still partner with companies that you think can push the product, and also have it in mind that you also need warehouse and distribution center. And for some particular products that you're sending, you needed there are some certifications for that particular product, like you can get from NAQS depending on the product and all that. So you have to also have that in mind.
Okay, thank you so much. Your replies are very, very helpful. Thank you, ma'am.
Would that be all for today? Is that the only question we have? I'm waiting if we still have more questions, but if we do not, I'll call the session to a close, and then we'll continue next week, Tuesday.
Thank you, Madam Olivia. It was good to be in class today. The session was, though brief, but it was enlightening to understand, to get out of all the bottlenecks we get into when it's time to do export. Thank you very much. And to
Thank you,
Mrs.
ma.
Juliet, thank you for doing great.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much for joining today's session. Do have a beautiful weekend ahead and try as much as possible to rest. We all need the rest so we can get up and function healthier than we are. Until next week, Tuesday, do have a blessed week, a blessed day and weekend. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.